Well, today we're fortunate to have a couple of great students speak to us today. You've already been introduced to them a little bit, so Matea Yellow Mule and Melody Scott will be talking to us about the USD Tiospaye Council. Ladies? Yes, but you're used to jumping. Right?
Yeah, I am. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'll go. I think this is us, okay. How do we put it in full screen? That may be the fullest it goes. Okay. Yeah, I'll start. Okay, so we are Tiospaye Student Council. We first want to share how to pronounce Tiospaye because we get that question all the time and we want to make sure we just help educate the community. So it's pronounced Tiospaye. This is our 52nd year of Tiospaye Student Council. So there's 3 of us up here and we have some other members as well. So this is our executive board for this year. So we have me and Mel as co-president. We have Jesslyn Desterly, who is our vice president. We have Anessa Morales. She does all of our social media and our marketing. She actually designed our flyer for the Wacipi and Alumni Dinner this year, and it's amazing, so we'll be showing that to you guys in a little bit. We have Angel, who is in charge of all of our Wacipi planning stuff, and then we have Christina, who is our treasurer, and then also Trinity Cole. She is our secretary. And then Brooke did introduce herself. She is one of our advisors, along with Megan Redshirt Shaw and John Little. And then we're also very fortunate to have some student advisors. So we have Colette Bowman and Christian Skunk. Okay.
Okay, so a little bit about Tiospaye Student Council. So it actually started in 1957 as the Wapaha Club. That was the original name before they changed it to Tiospaye in 1972. And Tiospaye is actually a Lakota word for extended family. And one of the things that we do is host the annual Wacipi and the alumni dinner, which is the Wacipi is the USD's largest student-led event. And Wacipi is just a Lakota word for powwow. And it actually started in 1972, but with COVID, there was like a 2-year gap, so it would have been longer. But for the actual event being held here in Vermillion, it's 52 years.
So our purpose as Tiospaye Student Council is to really embody that term Tiospaye and create an extended family on campus for students, as well as to encourage Indigenous students and non-Indigenous students to get involved through the Wacipi. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know if I was projecting enough. Getting involved with Tiospaye through the Wacipi or our Indian taco sales we have throughout the semester. And yeah, to involve students from all walks of life to encourage or to be a part of the community.
So here we have some really old photos from past Wacipis. So we have, for the 50th annual Wacipi, Sarah Hansen Perique and University Special Collections Archives and USD Libraries. There were over 700 images ranging from 1965 to 1999 that include the Institute of Indian Studies, which is now the Institute of American Indian Studies, Wapaha Club, and Tiospaye, Oscar Howe, but also hundreds of USD Wacipi related images or programming. So we have a lot of amazing photos that we were able to look over, which was very humbling to see how far we've come and how long the Wacipi has been on campus.
Okay, and then for some more pronunciation for the Wacipi, so a lot of people like to for in like the Lakota or in the language, like dialects. So like the C is not actually pronounced like a C, like it's how it originally be sounded. For Native Americans, we have the C as like a ch sound. So the correct pronunciation for Wacipi would be Wacipi instead of using the original C sound. So that's just some information for you guys. And then one of the purposes for the Wacipi is to preserve culture through dance, song, storytelling, and honoring. The drum has its own life. It is made from two once living beings, the tree and the animal, deer, elk, buffalo, horse, and moose. The drum must be treated with respect as it helps people stay in touch with the heartbeat of Mother Earth. It also has like a gathering to bring friends and family, relatives together. An opportunity to strengthen cultural identity for students on campus and for communities. And then some etiquette for the Wacipi. Just some basic kind of etiquette that we like to share. So like the regalia, permission first before touching it. Songs require standing, like grand entry, veteran song and the flag song. They usually typically announce this, so you're not totally in the dark. No alcohol or drugs. You can join in on dance during the intertribals. It's open to all ages. And then also ask before taking pictures. And then just walking around the arena, not through it.
So here are some of the categories we have at our Wacipi. This is pretty across the board at most powwows. This is what you'll see. You'll have your men's traditional, your women's traditional. There's some gender-specific categories like grass and women's jingle and fancy shawl. Yeah.
There are some specific things you can look for when kind of observing dance categories to point out which category is which. So for men's traditional, kind of tells a story of hunting and battle. So you can look for a large bustle on their back. For men's grass, they're going to be moving in very flowy, sweeping motions meant to flatten grass. That's kind of the story that tells. They have a lot of colorful fringed regalia, and they typically have a roach on their head, so look for that. Men's fancy is super fast-paced. They have very fast footwork, and it's more contemporary style, and they have two large bustles on their backs and very bright colors typically. Women's traditional is an elegant, slower dance style. You can look for beaded, quilled, or elk tooth-adorned buckskin dresses. For women's jingles, there's going to be, they are chewing tobacco lids, and they make a very loud noise. The story there is healing, and that originates from the Ojibwe people. And then women's fancy shawl kind of tells a story of a butterfly. They'll have shawls with lots of color and long fringe, and there is a traditional style and a contemporary style. And these are kind of just the main ones. There's a lot of other styles depending on tribes as well. And we have some photos here too. So here we have jingle dress. You can see the tobacco lids there. This is a fancy shawl dancer. This is women's traditional. This is men's grass. This is men's fancy, and then this is men's traditional. Okay, and then like we briefly talked about was the alumni dinner that we host. It's usually the Friday before the weekend, so the Wacipi is on a Saturday and a Sunday. So for Friday evening, which is upcoming April 10th at 6:30 at the Sanford Coyote Sports Center, which is our 14th annual Native Alumni Dinner. This event is usually for USD Native alumni and current students. This year we celebrate and honor graduates of the USD Upward Bound program, which is also celebrating its 60th annual anniversary on campus this year. A little history about us. So Upward Bound originally started in June 1966 with 53 high schoolers from Pine Ridge, Rosebud, and Cheyenne River who participated in a 9-week college prep program. So this year we're celebrating its 60th anniversary for that. And then we also have some food by Hex Barbecue. I'm sure you know that from Vermillion area. Okay, and then, so this is the artwork we had done for this year's Wacipi. It's the 52nd this year, so our theme is Under the Star Nation, Generations Rising. So we are honoring where we come from, the people who came before us, and the path they paved for future generations to thrive and rise. So this is kind of our inspiration for the Wacipi this year. So yeah. And then these are just some photos from planning the Wacipi. So we have our taco sales here. We've done quite a few this year, and they've gone really, really well. We've learned a lot of different things in doing those sales, so those are super fun to do. This is the Vermillion Parade, the USD Parade we did this fall. We had the second year of the Halloween Bash at the Vermillion Elementary School, so we got to dress up and play games and give out candy to a bunch of kids, and that was really exciting. Kind of hectic and crazy, but it was really, really fun. This was from D-Days. We did tabling at the D-Days block party. That was super exciting. More taco sales. We did a Missing Murdered Indigenous Women's March this year, so we were able to design these really amazing, what would you call them, posters? Posters with USD's faculty, and that was really exciting to learn about that art and also just bring it to life on campus to advocate for that movement. And then also another photo from the taco sales. We've spent a lot of time making fry bread and serving tacos this year, which has been really great.
So the importance of the Wacipi on campus is it provides an experience, or it provides the opportunity for Indigenous students to experience and connect with their culture and other students on campus and outside of campus. And it gives others the opportunities who aren't familiar with the culture and heritage of Native people, such as members of the Vermillion community who may not have been to a Wacipi before, the opportunity to learn about the culture. And yeah, Native students are almost always in the minority in higher education institutions, and the USD Wacipi is a chance to give Native students a sense of belonging and collective identity.
And that's everything. So thank you guys. And do you guys have any questions for us? Yes.
How many Native American students are there?
Right now,
Brooke?
Yeah.
there's about 350 Native identified students on campus across USD Sioux Falls, online grad and undergrad.
Fantastic.
And I don't know if there's any grad, I don't know that. And this year was the largest incoming class, so there were 67 incoming first year Native students who had never earned college credit before.
So about how many people attend Wacipi? Kind of crowds do we
For
get?
the 50th, it averaged about 3,000, and then since the 50th, it's averaged between 5,000 and 6,000 every year. So for the past 2 years, it averaged 5,000 to 6,000, which is really a lot of people. And it feels like a lot of people when you're shaking hands with.
Yeah.
Or if you're trying to get a hotel that weekend, it's
Yeah,
like,
pretty much if
forget
you
about
don't
it.
get the hotel like 2 or 3 months in advance, you're not gonna have a hotel room for Vermillion that weekend.
Yes.
Have other campuses picked up on the success and are emulating what you all do?
Yeah, SDSU, what year are they in? They're like 30-something? 34th, yeah. And I think theirs is this weekend, right? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, theirs
Yeah.
is this weekend.
I think, and also we have a lot of like Wachipis on campuses. So there's like ours at USD, which is like the longest. SDSU is having the 34th, and then I think BHSU in the Black Hills, I think theirs is the 37th. So yeah, I think USD's better, but we have the longest. So.
Where do you typically do your taco sales?
We have our taco sales at the Native American Culture Center, which is also called the NAC, which is on Clark Street. It's like it has a red door on it, but that's typically where we have our sales for it. I think earlier I heard someone mention the UCCV church. We actually use their kitchen. We use their kitchen to make our fry bread sales, so we're very familiar with it.
Did your club have anything to do with the spectacular murals downtown Vermillion?
I don't think our club directly did. Do you know, Brooke? I don't think Tiospaye was.
Tiospaye
Yeah.
hasn't directly done any of the murals, but they've had students who were on Tiospaye be part of people who did the murals. Like
Yeah,
Amy Collins
Goldie,
was
yeah.
one. She was the marketing media person for 50 and watching.
What can the community do to help support what you guys do? How can we help?
I think just kind of just like acknowledge and kind of recognize like that Tiospaye puts in a lot of work for this. Like we start our board in like around this time, so that way we have it for the next following year. But right when we get onto campus, we already have meetings and everything. We have we plan for like taco sales, fundraising, outreach, and we do a lot of work. So just kind of like acknowledge and recognize like the work we put in for this, and it also shows when we show it to other people as well, including you guys. So I think just knowing like the work we put into it, and then also coming to the event as well. I mean, it's open for everybody. I think that's one of their main goals we wanted to do this year, is kind of to let everyone know that it's open for everybody, that like it's not an exclusive event, that it's anyone can come, they can come learn, they come support, they can experience something new. That's kind of what it is.
Hi, you said you're on the track team. What happened to your foot?
I ruptured my Achilles tendon at our conference meet. Yeah. And I almost scooted off the stairs just now. But I'm almost a month out now from the injury. It happened on February 27th, so I had surgery, and I'm on a scooter for about 4 more weeks, but I'm making my way through it, so yeah.
Go figure, Larry asked all personal injury questions.
Yeah.
What is your sport?
I do track and field. So I do long jump and triple jump, or I did, yeah. Anything else? Okay, thank you so much, guys. Okay, yeah. Thanks, there you go.
Wait for just a second.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna have you do something for me. Just Melody, we'll let you go. We do a 50-50 drawing for the money that they put in the little buckets and stuff, so, but they don't trust me. I don't know why, but they don't. So you get to reach in and pick out